there. And we are live. We are live on YouTube and on CagesideSeats.com. This is a special post-SummerSlam, post-Raw, post-SmackDown, post-NXT Fallout show for SummerSlam week. I am one of your hosts, Tommy. I'm over here with my other host, Theron, and the producer is on assignment. He's on assignment of love, celebrating his fourth year wedding anniversary to Total Betty Good. So congratulations to them. And Theron, what's up, man?
Congratulations to the newlyweds. Wait, no, that's wrong. Congratulations to the 4-year wedding. Not much, man. I'm just here. Just got off work, ready to podcast, because that's what we do. Podcast gonna podcast.
Podcasts are gonna podcast. It's a big week for podcasting, especially for pro wrestling podcasts as a SummerSlam fall. So
oh yeah.
You gave the highest grade to SummerSlam, man. You gave it an A or an A minus?
I thought I gave it a B plus because it was the B plus player, but I'll go with an A minus.
Yeah, man. So you're really high on that. I was high on it too. I gave it a B plus. Anthony gave a solid B, but I thought it was a really good card for how long it was. I was pretty impressed.
That show was so long, and I remember when the WWE Championship match happened, I was like, "Why is this match going on now?" And then I was like, "Oh wait, there's 4 matches left besides," and I was like, And then I was like, "Why is it before the U.S. title match?" And then I was like, but there's 4 matches after, which So I guess it made sense. They probably had to put it that way so that they could get the crowd to not die. Basically, that's what I think.
Yeah, that's true. And they had a couple of squashes in there. Finn Balor versus Baron Corbin was 1 minute and 35 seconds. Braun Strowman versus Kevin Owens was 1 minute and 50 seconds. So they kind of sprinkled those in there.
They sprinkled them in there real good, especially that Demon King. I didn't see that coming. Did you?
I did not, man. I don't think he. Why do you have to bring out the Demon for a constable? He's just a worker at Fridays, man. He's worked at his local chicken shack.
He's been tormenting Finn Balor. So
true.
Finn Balor beat the constable, so he's got to. Well, I actually don't know. And then why would you not re-unleash the Demon for your Universal title match the very next night on Raw? That's another question for another time.
Okay, that is another question for another time. So the pay-per-view started off with the Intercontinental title with Dean Ambrose and Drew McIntyre on the outside, and Seth Rollins beating Dolph Ziggler. What do you think of that match? What do you think about Ambrose and his comeback?
Oh my goodness! I mean, first of all, let's talk about Seth Rollins' outfit. He dressed up Thanos. He had an Infinity Glove boot on. I ain't seen that ever. I thought the match was great. I think it's good they started with it just because of the fact that they had to do something big to start the match off. You're wondering if Ambrose is going to turn on Rollins. Obviously, he's not going to turn on Rollins. And how about the fact that Ambrose doesn't talk?
I like it, man. I think that's good. I think it's a good wrinkle, man. I hope they can tease that out for as long as they can. If the silent killer Ambrose.
I liked it. What did you think of it? Did you like the match? I mean, the match itself was great. I mean, Ziggler and Rollins are 2 of the best performers in the ring. So I had no gripes. What did you think?
Yeah, I think you can't go wrong with that. Ziggler plus Rollins always equals money, no matter what, because they're just too talented to have a bad match. Then you add Ambrose in the mix, rolling around outside, and McIntyre is looking like a big star every time he comes out there. Look like he's going to get a big singles push, maybe before the end of the year, maybe going into next year. But yeah, man, I thought it was a good match. It was a good opener for the pay-per-view. Next up, a little disappointing match, but kind of made up for it on Tuesday. New Day versus Bludgeon Brothers.
My God.
Yeah, that was weird.
So weird. They were having I think I was watching that one late because I watched SummerSlam over a course of 2 to 4 days. I don't know. It's a long show.
It is a long show.
I just remember the match was going great, and I'm like, oh my God, what's gonna happen? Disqualification? What the hell? Come on! I was so upset that they did that, and I was like, why would they do that? But maybe that was did Rowan get hurt in that match? Is that what happened? So they had to go to a quick finish.
I think that might have happened, or I think actually it might have happened. I don't know. I didn't read the rumors about Rowan, but yeah, he's out with an arm injury for a while, so they had to take the belts off the Bludgeon Brothers one way or another. So I guess maybe they decided to DQ it and figure out a better way to do it on Tuesday.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's cool. But by the way, if you didn't know, we have 5 times, not 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, not even 4 time, but 5. Big E said, I don't need 3, I need 5. Time World Tag Team Champions. I am all about the New Day. I'm all about their promos. I'm all about freaking pancakes, man. Who's with me?
You're back on the New Day train after siding with Anthony for the last maybe month of New Day hate. While I was trying
Anthony didn't have a real argument if you think about it. Did he? Does he? He doesn't. Who's better than the New Day right now?
He's just tired of them, man. But I think they're cool, man. Just like let the faction run, man. Let the like you didn't break up the Horsemen very often. You didn't break up DX, man. They came back and reformed, and just let the New Day. They're a good faction, man. So let them be a good faction. Let them have their
They
tag titles
cut
when they can. Yeah.
they cut a sweet post match promo, which is where I got the 5-time thing from. But like, yeah, man, I was like, why do I hate y'all? If I were y'all and you were me, would you hate me? I don't think you would hate me. So I have no reason but to give you nothing but love.
Yeah, nothing to love with the New Day on this side of the microphone too. Next up, maybe another match that has scratching your head. Braun Strowman defeats Kevin Owens. And it might be an injury too to Owens. Maybe that's why they did it. But he defeated him in 1 minute 50 seconds. So that was a squash match, and Braun Strowman hangs on to the briefcase.
Why is Kevin Owens getting jobs so much? I mean, he wore the most cool outfit. It was a Money in the Bank outfit, and he only got to wrestle for less than 2 minutes. He didn't even wrestle. I don't even think he hit a move.
I don't think so. He just like did some flips on the outside, then died inside the ring, man.
Why are they letting Braun Strowman kill him?
Makes for kind of a good story if Kevin Owens comes back and gets his revenge somehow. Maybe costs Braun Strowman when he actually does cash in. But yeah, man, that Kevin Owens looks kind of like a chump recently, and I think there was rumors that he was injured somehow. So maybe he's taking some time off. So maybe that's how they wrote him off for the next month or two. But yeah, man, he did not look good at SummerSlam, and he didn't appear the next night on Raw either. So I don't know what's going on with KO, but yeah, he needs to do bigger and better stuff.
I just need him to come back as the vicious guy that beat John Cena on Monday Night Raw. I mean, I don't know if he's strong enough to buckle to apron bomb Braun Strowman, but he's got to get some redemption. Like, it's got to be like 6 sadistic Kevin Owens whenever he does come back. Hopefully, he has a speedy recovery because I like the character. I just think they've been chumping him too much. I don't like that. I don't like when you take talented people and chump them for something that you think is better. No.
Yeah. But I heard a rumor, or maybe I read a take or read something on Twitter or somewhere that I saw that made her think about turning Kevin Owens' face when he comes back.
Okay. So Strowman's a heel now? Or because he did. We'll get to that later. Okay. Yeah. I'm with that. That's cool.
That could be refreshing, man. That's like just like when they turned Sami Zayn heel, which is like I didn't know it first, but then it worked out really well.
Yeah, exactly. I'm with that. I support a face turn for KO. I'm with it.
Okay. Next up was one of the better matches of the night, the triple threat for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Charlotte Flair defeats Becky Lynch and Carmella. The champ doesn't get pinned, but Charlotte Flair gets the belt again, but loses a friend in Becky Lynch. Man, what did you think about Becky's heel turn? What do you think about what's next for Carmella?
First of all, shout out to Carmella, not just her act. I saw what I think was real tears on that girl's face. Because she lost. Like, I really think she was upset. Like,
she lost in her hometown, man. She's from Staten Island, and they were in New York. They were in Brooklyn, yeah.
She didn't take the pin, but it hurts. I mean, you've been the champ for a while, and then they tell you, hey, you're going to lose your belt tonight, and you're not even going to be involved in the finish. And then to have Charlotte pin her best friend, the tea time thing, which was only 2 weeks long, it says a lot about what they think of Charlotte. 7-time champion. She's got to be I don't want to compare her to her dad, but I know that she's a great athlete. She's natural. She's gifted, whatever. I like the Becky Lynch heel turn. I don't think the fans are going to boo her. This is like the opposite of Roman Reigns. And I'm all about Becky because I remember early on, her and Charlotte had a sequence where she did a bridge out of a pin, and I was like,
"Oh, that was sick."
I've never seen that in my life, and I'm sold. I can see why Anthony likes her. Her heel promos aren't working, but I'll take it. I'll take a heel Becky Lynch. Beat the crap out of Charlotte for Carmella.
I did it for Mella. Yeah, man, that'd be cool. I agree with you. They're not buying Becky Lynch's heel turn, but maybe she could be like an anti-hero, Stone Cold Steve Austin style, kind of like or like a tweener or something. But yeah, she needs to work on her heel promos. But I like that direction. And yeah, like you said, I think they have a lot of vested in Charlotte. They gave her the win over Asuka at WrestleMania. She's gotten a ton of big spots. She's now a 7-time champion. Yeah, they're all in on Charlotte Flair. So it makes sense that she gets another big win at SummerSlam.
She's the elite horsewoman. I mean, and she should be if you're doing a horsewoman comparison, she's got to be the leader, and then the rest can fall in line.
Who's in last? Who's in last? Becky, Banks, or Bailey?
Ooh, that's a toss up between Banks and Bailey. Because
Wow.
I'm with heel Becky Balboa. I think she did a great promo. It's just the fans weren't taking it. We're gonna cheer you anyway. So that's what they do. I would say it has to be Bailey if you go by championships, but I think Banks is kind of way back there. I'm not gonna lie, like her push was short.
Yeah, she's not. She's good in no man's land for the last. I mean, she had that good Royal Rumble showing where she was the Iron Woman, but yeah, ever since then she's just kind of floating. That's like 7 months ago. Yeah.
Ain't no boss to me. There, I said it.
Oh wow! You demoted Sasha Banks to management.
I did.
Middle management.
She ain't even iconic. There, I said it again.
Even iconic. Wow. Okay, now you're just bearing across brands. Next up was the biggest belt on SmackDown, the blue brand. Samoa Joe defeats AJ Styles by disqualification. Looks like this feud's gonna kick it up a notch and stay around a while. What do you think about that, man? I thought it started out really slow. I expected like a little faster pace, but it picked up in the end, and I like the ending, and I like the working AJ Styles' daughter and wife into the mix every so often. I think Joe was really good on Sunday.
Man, when I first saw the end, I was like, "What in the world? Bludgeon Brothers 2.0." And I was like, "Wait, this could be good." You drive AJ insane. You get in his head so much that you cost him the title at a later time. I thought the ending was good. I like this. Like you said, I feel like anytime you work family into it, it's going to be a good story because that's like real passion right there. And Joe's just doing a great job with the teasing. And I don't know if you saw SmackDown, but the promo, he didn't even say much. He just attacked AJ.
About Wendy, right?
What'd you say?
He said something about Wendy.
Yeah, Wendy. I was like, ooh, he's like Jack Nicholson in The Shining. Like,
Shining, yep.
It's good stuff, man. Joe's one of the best. He could be right now my favorite heel. He actually is my favorite heel. He could also be the top heel to me. He is the top heel to me. I don't care about The Miz. I'm sorry.
Wow. Okay, that's good. This leads into our next match. I think he is like one of the top heels on any brand. Man, yeah. He's so good. I wish he would have stayed and beat Roman for a little while on Raw, but now he's on SmackDown. And I think it might be time to give him the belt at Hell in the Cell somehow, some way.
You gave it to Jinder Mahal.
Oh god, yeah, you gave it to Jinder Mahal. Next up, the Miz, arguably made a top 3 heel in the company versus Daniel Bryan, and the Miz pulled off the win. Man, he pulled out the win thanks to the brass knucks, thanks to Maurice sitting in the front row. And he topples Daniel Bryan in their long-awaited grudge match. The heel wins. So, what do you think about that?
8 years in the making. We're talking all the way back to the original NXT, right? That's what that was?
Yep.
The original rookie class and all that. And, you know, how everything went from there. And, I mean, man, I think I picked Daniel. I was horrible with picks, but I think did I pick The Miz to win this match? I don't know. All I know is that was sheer genius. Like, they're going back and forth. They're having a good match. They're selling the crap out of the match. One of them had taco beef chest. I don't remember which one it was.
Oh, Miz, man. Miz got pretty beat up in his chest, yeah.
And then Maurice just slides the knucks and boom, pinfall. And now we get a mixed match out of it. Just great. I thought it was good. I think the Miz. I did pick the Miz because I remember I was like, we want the Miz to win so that he can become WWE champion because it's time for him to have another title reign because he is up there. Like him and Joe are the 2 best heels on either brand right now running, and it's like you could have a heel versus heel feud with them. Or you could do like Miz versus Styles, but they're doing Joe versus Miz or Joe versus Styles right now. So I think you can drag out Daniel Bryan and Miz a little longer. Daniel Bryan owes the Miz one. You could get you could get a best of 3 with the mixed match being the second match. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting they're doing mixed match the second one and saving a singles match for maybe like you said, a later date or maybe.
How do you feel about Brie Bella returning? I mean, I know she was in that Women's Rumble, but like this is like her first official return as like full time. Well, I don't know about full time, but like on TV now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
What do
think
you
it's
think of
good, man.
that?
I think it's good. She's a popular character, and she's that Bella brand with everything they're doing with their wine company, their clothing company, their two TV shows. I think they'll draw eyeballs to the product, so I think that's kind of cool. But I guess we'll see how she can go. And she's going from Maurice, which is like she's never been a good wrestler, even in her heyday. And now she's coming off a pregnancy, so you don't know her first match back from that. So
True.
I don't know how they're going to look good in the ring, but maybe they could tell a story with their promos leading up to it and do some kind of something fancy at Hell in the Cell.
Yeah,
But
that was Scottsdale, Arizona. What's up?
Scott Sell, what's up? Next up,
Speaking of what's up, go ahead, go ahead.
you say something about
R-Truth is
R-Truth.
great. He's great. He tried to challenge Mella for the title. He's great, man. Go ahead. We'll leave it off.
I know they say about R-Truth.
He's so funny.
He's great, man. Yeah, no, they need more they need a comedy act on Raw, man. But
They have the B team. No,
they're not as funny as R-Truth, man. They're like yeah, R-Truth's like good quality comedy funny. B team's just like dorky, like nerdy funny.
Nerds.
Yeah, Anderson and Gallows. Next up, the 10th match on the card. Ooh, getting deep in this card now.
10? Does the pre-show count in these matches?
I'm not counting on these. Yeah, the pre-show does count, actually. Yeah, I completely skipped those.
Okay.
Demon Balor versus Baron Corbin. Nothing really much to say about that. Just a squash.
I don't have a reaction to that. All I know is Baron Corbin loses, and now Baron Corbin is the Raw GM.
It doesn't make a lick of sense, really. He just fell his way up.
They're saying Kurt Angle's gonna possibly return the in-ring action full time.
That's insane, man. He is too old.
Straight up milk on his neck.
He can't move, man. He can't run to the ring, man. Look at WrestleMania, Survivor Series, Extreme Rules. He can't move anymore, man.
Who would he even feud with? Like
Jason Jordan.
No, they're saying I don't know about Jordan, man. They
got serious injury too. Yeah.
Him and Matt Hardy are being trained to be producers for the show.
That's not a good sign. That's what Tyson Kidd's doing right now.
That's what I'm saying. I don't even know how Jason Jordan, but his injury was neck or back related, right? Like whatever.
I think so. I think it was neck. Yeah.
God, man, so he had a lot of potential too. That really sucks. You know.
Yeah, he's getting over as a heel, man. He's young dude too. So it does suck. I was looking for like an American Alpha reunion down the road too.
Yeah, it's a rumor, so he could come back. You never know. They're about. You got cage size about 50% on the rumors, so you don't believe anything. But yeah, Corbin versus I was cool. I was cool with seeing the Demon King. I thought that was awesome. That was like, I feel like they did that to just once again keep the crowd involved because by that match, you said 10, 8 on SummerSlam. Everyone, I mean Brooklyn, yeah, they're live, they're rowdy, but they're probably like, oh God, there's still like 4 more matches. I'm sleeping.
That's hard. Yeah, it's hard to sit there that long in one spot and watch one thing. Yeah, the pay-per-view had to be close to 5 hours. I'm guessing. I don't know.
Yeah, total time.
Yeah, I don't know. I gotta look on the network to see what the exact time is. But yeah, it was long, man. Next up, it was a decent match. Nakamura versus Hardy. Don't have too much to say about that, but it looks like Hardy's going onto a feud with Orton, and Nakamura's being Nakamura with the belt.
Yeah. I thought it was good. I thought it was good that Hardy did a tease of Nakamura's like strong style and
that was awesome.
That was cool. I mean, yeah, he lost. I don't even remember how he lost. I know it was pretty much clean unless it was a low blow.
I don't think so. Yeah,
there was a low blow sequence that he missed, but I'm fine with that. Nakamura can feud with I don't know who else is on SmackDown Live right now, but it's good because Orton, Hardy. That puts them out of the picture, out of the title picture. They're both older. But Hardy's tapping into his enigmatic wild side, doing swanton bonds off the top of production stuff.
That's kind of crazy, man. He said he's going to slow it down, man. He said he's going to slow it down. That by 2020, he's going to be like done with wrestling. I saw in an interview. So
that makes sense. I mean, that's still.
He's going to slow it down. He's just going crazy. He did I remember how it finished. Hardy went for a swanton on like the outside on the apron, and he hit his back.
Yeah, that is what happened.
And then 2 nights later, he hits his back on the table.
Hey, man, you only live once or something.
YOLO for Jeff Hardy, yeah. The kids still say that.
So who does Nakamura feud with now, though? I'm really trying to
Man, I don't know, man. There's not many faces left on.
Ty Dillinger just pop into the U.S. title picture.
Maybe. You could say Rusev or Almas, but it looks like they're continuing that. And I don't know, man. Yeah, there's nothing, not much. Might be Ty Dillinger. You're right.
Yeah, straight up.
Okay. Next up, Ronda Rousey versus Alexa Bliss. Another short match. It's 4 minutes long, so maybe the third or fourth shortest match on the card. But it was pretty much a basic just Alexa Bliss gets squashed. Man, it lasted longer than 2 minutes, but it felt quicker than that. And I don't think Alexa Bliss got any offense or anything in it. So that's how
She
Ronda
didn't.
Rousey captures her first WWE Championship with ease.
I guess she's over with the fans, right?
I think so. Yeah, for the most part, I think, and she's getting over with the. Feels like the locker room. Every interview I see seems like people are respecting her and her how much hard work she's putting in, how much practice time she's doing and stuff. So I think she's on the
Okay,
right path.
that's fine. I guess an early title run after doing nothing.
She's nothing to
I
earn
mean,
it. Yeah,
she's supposed to be like whatever they want her to be like. She's a hot draw. She's the money maker for the women. I don't agree with that, but that's what they think. So we'll go with it. I just want to see who's going to beat her and how they're going to do it now. Because you just put the title on her after you had it on a
mm-hmm.
perfectly good heel who's
Mm-hmm.
been champion on both brands, who Sasha Banks is jealous of. There, I said it. Continuing my burger with Sasha Banks.
God.
um, no, it's cool. It's big. I didn't understand. It's weird because like when she was in UFC, she never really spoke. She just fought and beat people. But now she's doing a lot of talking and
She's not that good
telling.
at talking, man. She's got to get better
But
at that.
talking
But
about like in the ring. Like Kevin Owens is good at talking smack in the ring. Like it's awesome.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
He's like, "You ready for your next women's champion? Ah, you stupid!" I'm like, "What is going on? Just beat her already." And then she like, Alexa Bliss is double jointed, so that first arm break wasn't real. Like I know that,
Yeah.
but that second one was like instant tap out. And I'm like, all right, that's cool. Is
Yeah.
Alexa rematch or is she on to defend her title and feud with Stephanie McMahon, which makes no sense.
It doesn't. I don't know. Yeah, what they're gonna do with that. But the rumor was Nikki Bella versus Ronda Rousey at Evolution, which I don't know. I don't know about that.
Heel Nikki Bella?
I guess she might be working with Stephanie somehow. I'm guessing so. Some. Yeah,
Hey, don't forget, she was the one that turned on her sister before.
that's right, man. Yeah, that's true. She has the heel in her. She's not. She's not attached to John Cena anymore, so she could be heel.
And remember that in SummerSlam, the way they painted those two sisters was they were doing a promo and Brie
Mm-hmm.
just wouldn't shut up. And Nikki was like telling her to shut up. So I could see it. That'd be cool. You know,
Mm-hmm. And then Alexa Bliss
longest
is
reigning
supposed to
Divas
face.
champ ever.
It's true.
What?
Yeah, she could. Yeah, Alexa Bliss was supposed to face Trish Stratus at Women's Evolution or WWE
Which is
Evolution.
announced before she even lost her title. Poor
Yeah, that
girl.
was weird. That was random.
Yeah.
Trish was out of a title shot.
Yeah, she doesn't get a title shot now.
All right, another. Both of the final championship matches were short. This one ran for 6 minutes and 10 seconds. Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. Roman Reigns defeats Brock Lesnar finally, and Braun Strowman comes out at the beginning. What do you think when Braun Strowman came out at the beginning of the segment?
I was like, this chump is going to put himself in this match and just try to steal a victory. And I was like, they just don't believe in Roman.
Mm-hmm.
I believe in Roman. I believe in the big dog. I support him for everything he does as a wrestler, as a competitor, as a guy that doesn't miss a beat. He doesn't miss time. The only time he missed time, he was suspended.
Mm-hmm.
I'm with it. I know his promos aren't great, but I don't care. It's a new era. It doesn't matter. So when Braun came out, I was like, okay. If you put the title on Braun, who's going to pin this man? I'm not saying they shouldn't do it. I'm just saying think of the long-term effects because he hasn't lost a match since Roman Reigns beat him in one of those crazy matches.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought it was good. I thought it was good that he came out and he's like, I'm gonna look you in your face. I ain't no chump. I thought it was even better that Brock Lesnar literally kicked the crap out of him, like beat crap out of him in like a matter of no time. Like he humbled this monster among men. He made him look like a chump. Like he beat him. I know he beat him up with a briefcase, but he beat him up to the point where he couldn't even install himself into the match. He needed a timeout. Let's not forget he was a member of the Adam Rose's clique. I don't remember the clique.
Rosebuds.
Yeah, he was one of those.
Oh, come on. You're not going to give up.
No, I mean, if Braun becomes champion, fine. Let him become champion. I just feel like Roman has put in so much work to try it over. He deserved it. Could have been a 5-minute title reign, but you got to give the kid a title reign. Like, and now Brock's out of the picture. He's focusing on UFC. He's going to go train for that. He still may come back to WWE. He wants to do both, and that's fine. At least the title's not being held up in hostage anymore. So I'm cool. I
agree, man. I think you sold me. You've always been Reigns backer even before WrestleMania. You were offering the pro Reigns perspective, and I think I've come around on it too because like, the last time he was the champion was June 2016. He lost to Rollins at Money in the Bank. So that's been a while, man. He never held the Universal title before, never got back the WWE Championship, the WWE Heavyweight Championship. So, man, he's had 2 years without the belt. I mean, sure, he headlined WrestleMania twice in between that time, once against The Undertaker, once against Lesnar, but he hasn't held the belt. So, like, let this guy have a run with it, see what he could do. If not, then you gave him a fair shake, but at least he's getting another shot at it and getting a chance to be the top quote-unquote dog in the company, and let's see what he could do with it. You know he could have good matches. I think he's improving on the mic, and if we saw on Monday night where the Shield's having his back, I think that makes a really strong main event scene, man, right there with those three guys at the top.
That was nuts. And I was like, I don't have cable, so I have to watch everything on the internet. And I was like going through cage side. I got off work, and I was like, the Shield reunited? Why did the Shield reunite? What? I gotta watch this video right now. It just made so much sense because it was like Braun Strowman is still trying to cash in, and this was where I thought maybe Braun was going into that heel direction because when he came out this time, he like kicked Roman in the stomach, and then he tried to cash in, and then boom, the music hits. They come out. Ambrose still isn't talking. Rollins is decked out in the black. They put him through a table, and it's almost like we are that faction that you just don't mess with. Strowman can't handle us. No one can handle us. And now you can set up a lot of good stuff where you could have a lot of 6-man tag feuds. You know, they do 6-man tags all the time. And they don't even have to keep them as a Shield. Like, they don't have to stay a faction. They could just unite whenever they need to beat people up. Like, there's so many things you could do with it. You know, they could do, well, no, the club is not a thing because aren't Gallows and Anderson on SmackDown? Yeah, they are. So.
Yeah, they're on SmackDown because they're facing the Bar next week for #1 contendership. But yeah, but I kind of agree. That's a good point. They don't have to stay a faction week in and week out. Like I said, they can unite as a super team, like the Justice League, when they come and form, and when like really world-ending type stuff needs to go down, like Braun Strowman cashing in, like Finn Balor almost beating Roman Reigns one-on-one, which was he came with like in seconds of beating Roman Reigns, which was kind of cool because for a brief second, I thought they were going to let Balor win and then have Braun cash in on Balor, which would have been cool as well, but would have been wild, just straight wild. But then the Shield reforms, man, that was a great ending to Raw. That was kind of a good topper to SummerSlam weekend.
It was good. I mean, they wanted to do it so many months ago, and, you know, people got sick and people got hurt. So I'm like, they kind of owed the fans this. And I feel like it's also another way to just make Reigns be over forcibly if you need the whole universe. But I'm like, screw the universe, man. Like, I'm Team Roman. And Team New Day. I don't care what anyone else thinks. Like, it doesn't matter. You guys don't know wrestling. You don't know good stories. You don't understand the prospect of telling a good story. You have to think of how long it took Roman. Like you said, 2016, and Brock's been champion pretty much since 2016, pretty much, almost-ish. I don't remember when he won the title.
Yeah.
That was Goldberg. So,
yeah, I think it was 2017. But yeah, it was he's been a while. Yeah, he's been longer than Punk.
Yeah, man.
So
ooh. Well, is there one more match?
No, I was going on to Raw. I was going to ask what else happened. I was going to say the only other thing that notable really happened. I was going to say the first like 2 hours and like 40 minutes of Raw was kind of Then that Balor Roman match was off the charts. That was like a main event of like a pay-per-view kind of match, and then the Shield reuniting. So I don't know. That was big. The only thing is, return of Stephanie McMahon was kind of cool, but then she gets beat up by Ronda Rousey.
No, yeah. Triple H popped up. He
He's
popped up
having
to his super show.
he's having a match with the Undertaker, which is kind of I don't know how they feel about that. It's like another Greatest Royal Rumble like house show in another country.
That's exactly what it is. But I guess they're just trying to hype it up for people to buy the network, which is only $9.99.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a couple matches that Cena's going to be there. He's wrestling somebody that I don't remember who, or it might be a tag match. I think Kevin Owens will be there wrestling against Cena. It's like Owens and Elias. It's Owens Elias versus Cena and Bobby Lashley. That's what it is.
Oh, okay, that's an interesting. That seems like a house show match, and I think they're doing. They might be doing Miz versus Bryant on there.
They are. They're doing the
Yeah.
Miz Bryan match. So that could be the third. That could be their third because that's after Hell or that's before Hell. I don't know.
No, it's after.
doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Yeah.
I did hear
Uh-huh.
again in the rumor bucket.
Yeah.
WWE might reach out to AJ Lee for Evolution. That would be big.
I don't think that happened. That would be huge, and I'd love that. They have Caitlyn back, one of AJ Lee's best friends. She was in the Mae Young Classic. But
Oh, yeah.
I just can't. This is the way Punk's going. The way her husband. If he wasn't married to Punk, I'd say yeah, go right ahead. But the fact that she's married to CM Punk, I don't know if that's going to make for awkward like Sunday dinners at the Punk house.
Would be a real. He's not even friends with one of his best friends in wrestling. Well, I don't know if they're not friends, but he's definitely being sued by someone that he was really close to. Like, I don't know how Punk is outside of the ring, like as a person. It doesn't sound like he's the best guy. I've always been a Punk fan because he always keeps it real, but he burned a lot of bridges, man. He doesn't want to wrestle again. He'd rather just get beat up in UFC, and I'm fine with that. Like,
I don't think the UFC wants him anymore though either. So
wait, what? He still had like 3 more matches, didn't he? That
I
wasn't
don't
his
think
time.
that. I think that was in his original contract, but I think he had to pick up a win. So I don't know if they want to pay him all the money just to get his ass kicked by like no name fighters.
Yeah, didn't he lose? He lost the last one, but he went all 5 rounds, right?
Yeah, he went. Yeah, he went 3 rounds, but it was almost worse, man, because he got beat up so bad. Like he had like no nothing, man. He just didn't look like he belonged in there, and he was facing a guy who had like one fight. It's
Dude needs to just wrestle. He needs to go back. He needs to stop. Swallow your pride.
Mm-hmm.
You're not an MMA fighter. It's not happening for you. I'm sorry. You've lost 2 matches. When Lesnar did it, he didn't. He lost, but he didn't always lose.
Mm-hmm.
He was UFC heavyweight champion. You aren't doing any of those things.
No.
You're just taking beatings, man.
I think he wants to get into acting or something, maybe.
Oh my God, you too. Wade Barrett wants to be an actor. What's he doing?
I don't know what he's doing actually. I don't know.
Exactly. Freaking what's that girl? Summer Rae wants to be an actress, I think. I don't really know what she does. She's always on social media.
She's an Instagram model. Yeah, she dyed her hair. I don't know why. Don't ask me why I know that.
Instagram model.
Yeah.
So is Eva. Like all these women just go and become Instagram. Like Eva Marie's she has a clothing line, but I don't know what the sales are for that. I can't really go and Google that. I don't know. I like the direction of WWE. I like what they're doing on both fronts. I think Samoa Joe in the main event picture is good for SmackDown. I think the Shield, Roman Reigns, Braun Strowman. I think Braun Strowman is going to probably get the next title match. Well, at a pay-per-view. That's all good and fine.
Mm-hmm.
Any thoughts on? I don't know. We want to talk about Rusev Day. Are they faces now? That's the one thing I wanted to know.
I kind of feel like they are. Then Aiden English actually made a save on Tuesday night, so he actually did something good. So
yeah, he actually helped them win, still lose. There's that. There's a possible 4 horsewoman feud, but I'm not gonna bank on that happening. Not especially now. I mean, I don't know how you would do it now.
they're talking about maybe something for Survivor Series because it's elimination.
So when does Becky Lynch become nice again?
That's true. I have no idea yet how they would actually come together unless all 4 of them are in heels, and you can't really make Bayley heel.
But she can make her a heel. The hugger that doesn't hug anyone. Self-love. That's what her shtick will be. It would get over. I promise you it would, because that's what the world's come to. That's it. Drew Gulak is not the new cruiserweight champion. I really thought he would be. I really did.
I don't know. Drake Maverick's gonna come up with something else to find a new contender.
Yawn. Whatever. Do you watch 205 Live yet?
I can't, man. It's already like there's so much wrestling, especially this week, man. There's NXT Takeover. We want to talk about anything on NXT Takeover?
How about Ricochet versus Adam Cole, baby?
Dude, that was the match of the weekend, I think. I don't think anything topped that. I don't know unless you have a different match of the weekend.
I don't have a match of the weekend besides Ricochet versus Adam Cole, baby. Like that match was good from start to finish. Velveteen Dream and EC3 is up there, but that's the slot. The ending was a little like the Velveteen Elbow wasn't as velveteeny as it could be. I get it. It was off an angle, but it wasn't. He got the win. That's big. Call me up, Vince. The pants.
That was awesome, man. I was, dude, Velveteen Dream. He's only 22 years old. This is crazy to me. He's only that young, and he's like, he gets the business so well, and he's just gonna keep improving. I'd like to see him stay down in NXT a little longer, though, since he's only
don't call him up yet. They're talking about doing some call ups. I'm like, don't do those yet. Like, at least don't call him. You can call up Shayna Baszler. You can call up, Roddy Strong. I don't care. Call him up. Whatever.
There's no room, man. There's no room, man.
There really isn't room. They'd have to create a TV title or something like that. They have a UK Women's Championship. I don't even know how they have that. But they have one of those.
I guess they recorded the UK Championship. Pete Dunne was on. They recorded that on Saturday, and they played it last night on NXT.
He's still the champion? I haven't
seen
him on TV in a while.
Defeated Zach Gibson. I don't know who that is.
Oh, the blonde dude?
Sure.
The bald guy. Some bald dude. What else? Shayna Baszler dropped the title.
Yeah, I thought it was good, man. I think she can get it back, or like you said, she could be called up, but she might be another one who needs like a little more seasoning down in NXT.
A little bit more terrorizing of the roster. So yeah, that title change. Gargano Ciampa. Apparently, Gargano's like going into sicko mode. Shout out Travis Scott's new album, Astro World.
Was that the best match? Was that the best match of their three so far, or did you like the one in New Orleans or the one in Chicago better?
That one was pretty hot, man. Like that ending, like everything about that match was just disgusting. Gargano's so insane that he risks everything and loses.
Man, that was. I thought he had him. How would you lose to a dude chained to a rail?
I don't get that. Like, if you chain them down, all you have to do is beat them repeatedly with a chair, like The Rock did Mankind at that I Quit match that one time. Like, all he had to do, but he like questions himself and like pulls his knee down, and I'm like, why are you questioning this dude? He's crossed you to no repair. There's nothing to question.
Yeah, pretty much.
Finish. He doesn't have the mentality of like the Joker. The Joker would have killed him. The Joker lived to torment back.
Joker would have killed himself just to kill him, but I guess kind of thing.
The Joker killed Robin. Come on, or one of the Darkwing or whoever. I don't know.
He killed Lois Lane and drove Superman insane in a comic book I was reading.
Joker killed Lois Lane?
Yeah, he did like some gas on Superman that made Superman think Lois Lane was Doomsday. So so he took and Lois Lane was pregnant with their baby, and he took Lois Lane up into like the space, and she just died. And then he woke up and he realized it was Lois Lane. Then he realized it was the Joker. He punched a hole through Joker's chest, and it went crazy.
So he killed the Joker.
Yeah. Joker dies like in the second or third episode, and there's like this whole other like saga after that. Yeah. Anywho, yeah, it's such a good. That's for a comic book podcast.
Yeah.
But what's this?
Anything else?
No, I think that's it, man. Yeah.
All next weekend.
I'm hyped for that, man. I was looking at that card. There's 10 matches so far, so maybe we'll talk about that or talk about the fallout from that whenever that goes down.
Yeah, is it going to be on TV or pay-per-view or IPTV or?
Yeah, iPay-per-view. Yeah, Fight TV. It's a little app or whatever. Okay. Anthony's all in on the app.
Yeah. I wonder how much that show's going to cost.
I don't know, man. Yeah, probably more than $9.99.
Yeah. Is there a new episode of Being the Elite? I don't know.
There's something called Being All of Us or something, or all of Us In or something like that. It's like talking about the making of All In. I saw that was released today. There's like 5 episodes of that I was going to watch.
Yeah. since you're so behind on everything.
Yeah, so behind everything. So behind on being late. So disgraceful. All right, man. Any shout outs? Any more? You record any YouTube videos? We saw that live YouTube video last week again.
No, I did the picks and I had a horrible time with the picks. Like I couldn't get a match right to save my life. Like I think I got a few of them by DQ, and I'm like I can't even take credit for it. Like the New Day by DQ, Samoa Joe by DQ. I think I picked Corbin. I'm like, I picked Kevin Owens. Like it just didn't go my way. I picked Alexa Bliss.
It feels like you're giving the post game speech and the locker room coach. Didn't have the right plays, man. Just had the surprised us.
I even picked Brock Lesnar. Like I'm pretty sure I went like 0 for everything. I don't think I got any of them right.
You should get some kind of bonus for just like being just like defying luck, defying the odds, and getting them all wrong.
It's terrible. It's terrible coaching. I'm gonna need to rethink my strategy.
Yeah, go back to the drawing board. Get that whiteboard. All right, man. Well, thanks for checking us out. Another episode, another 2-man booth episode. Maybe we'll be back at full strength next week. Maybe back in 2 weeks. Who knows? What's the Big Elbow Show? Check us out on Twitter. Check us on Facebook. Check out our abandoned Instagram page and like some of those photos. So maybe the producer will go make some more memes for you. And check us out on cagesidesteats2.com. We'll post this on Friday up. Maybe go up on Saturday on there too as well. So thanks for listening, and elbow drop your friends, people.
New Day rocks.
Team Roman.
Yeah.